Episode 27, Squatchin Sports Podcast is live.
Planet Earth. 7 them things.
Right?
Damn.
Thank you who are going to tune in for today. If you're tuning in after we record this, if you're tuning in while we record this, either way, we appreciate you. 27. What's the
significance?
Yeah, anybody have?
First thing that popped into my head was Scott Rowland. St. Louis
We are
Cardinals
rolling.
third baseman that absolutely terrorized the NL Central for decades. Yeah,
Scott Rowland episode?
I'm sticking to it.
I like it. The Scott Rowland episode.
Yeah.
So what's up, fellas? How was your week?
Nondescript. A lot of sports.
Yeah.
Can't wait to touch this. All you fighting Irish fans out there, get fucked.
OH.
I-O, baby. Let's go. Hell of a game, but we'll get to that in a minute. What about you guys? How was y'all's week?
It was a week. Long week. Worked a lot of overtime last week. So it's pretty much work. Working to the weekend. That's pretty much it.
That's what everybody's doing.
Pretty
There's a
much
song
it.
about it.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was a good weekend.
Damn, John.
Tell us, Johnny. Why was it good?
Great detail.
Work was good Friday. Work was good Saturday. Took off first Sunday in a while, and Sunday was great. NFL was very nice to me. It was definitely a come up on the sports.
What was your profit?
Total Sunday, I think it was like right around 14.
$14?
1,400.
All right, there you go. We just got to validate why it says McCoy's Locks next to your name. So while you are our
Right.
degenerate gambler, you are successful at it. So
It was a good week.
ain't no one better, baby.
It was good. It was good Sunday. Yesterday, not so much. I didn't go as heavy though yesterday just because of my own team. I didn't really, when the game started, I didn't live bet like I did Sunday. So stayed away from it.
Would have been hard to cash all those bets in with all them tears running down your face.
Right, exactly. So, but yeah, my main ones lost yesterday, but DeAndre Swift and Jamar Chase saved me and covered me for the day.
There you go. Nice little blankie.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get to it, but like I bet Swift and I just kept live betting them like I did Thielen and Devontae Adams, and then I saw Gainwell run for like 17 times, and I'm like, what are we doing? But then he came back.
Why did I do that?
He ran it up. So yeah, overall good weekend, and we're carrying it into some baseball today.
Let's go. Did you guys see Doug's comment just now?
Mm-mm.
Man, it's caked up.
Yeah, off sleepers.
Okay. Yeah, I wish
He
we
was
had
talking. He was talking to me about it, and we can't get sleeper in our two
Mm-mm.
states. It's not here yet. It's just like Underdog. There's a couple other ones out there.
Prize
Like
Picks.
the fantasy ones. Yeah, like you can't. We don't have them, which is crazy to me because I feel like fantasy sportsbook was like the first thing we could always do by everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Like you can make a lineup kind of a thing.
Oh no.
But
It is weird because they're all just prop bets.
Yeah, and
It's
that's
all
the thing
player
is like, how are you legal for a state for sports betting, but you're not legal for that? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I tried
illegal.
VPN one time, man. It kicked me
Yeah.
the hell out of my app. I'm still
Yeah.
not in DraftKings.
I won't VPN because I'm not trying to ruin all my other stuff.
Yeah, they locked me out for 2 years. They said my account is associated with this clown over here.
Yeah, it sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now it makes more
It was-
sense because you seem like a straight and narrow kind of guy. But now that I know McCoy was pulling the strings like fucking Geppetto back there, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I haven't had DraftKings
Well,
in probably
listen.
4 years.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was in Ohio prior. To. I can't remember what game was on, but I think we were somewhere because I was up there.
Go baby.
helping out, and I was like, man, I want to place a bet. Pull an Android, VPN back to Pittsburgh, and then they were like, zoop. Oh, hey, how'd you travel 300 miles in 2 minutes?
Right. Well, we ended up figuring it out, right? And they validated us. But then there was a third person that we didn't even know. That they gave us a name. It was like, yeah, you got to have this guy sending stuff. And I was like, I don't even know who this dude is.
Y'all were just out there creating a pyramid scheme of VPN spoofing.
Mm-hmm.
I said I was sorry, all right? Just let me back in.
That was the thing. They were going to let us back in, both of us. And they're like, you got to get this third person. And I'm like, give me his number. I'll call him.
Greek. It was like big Greek something. I don't know who the hell it was.
Give me his number. I'll call him.
Hey, get your shit.
Together, hey, bud. So listen, I need you to send your ID and proof of address to me.
Oh, shit. Ian, you remember when? Well, I'm sure you remember when we lived together. It was for a year and a half, but I can't remember who the app was. And we both got $100 free bet for you sending me the link to sign up.
And he mashed it.
So, and he mashed it, bro. He mashed it. I think I put out like a 7 or 8 leg one that I missed by 2 legs. And then Ian, I can't remember if yours was 4 or 5. I'm sure you remember the details. Dude hit for like 4,200. It was 6 leg.
6 leg.
Jesus.
4.7.
And then I was like,
yes, it was DraftKings.
I was like, hey, we splitting that? Or? We did, in fact, not.
Oh man,
we should have went in on like the same, kind of like the same run. That game was nuts. I'm still chasing that elusive $4,700 win.
It's just like I hit
for free.
Hit the one at Jimmy's house one time. It's like you get that itch and you just want to chase it down again.
Was that? Are you talking about the Steelers Browns playoff game? That was okay. So let me be very clear. Bittersweet's not the right word because I was so fucking mad that we lost to the Cleveland Browns on our home turf, and they didn't have their coach, for Christ's sake. But if you've ever hung out with John during football, there's one thing that you're doing, one thing only, and that is consuming libations. But when that motherfucker winning money, kiss it goodbye. The day's gone. Call off work for the next 3 weeks.
Right.
You don't know what's happening. You're going to be questioning your life the next day. It's gone. I still, to this day, have the imprint of playing cards somehow tattooed into my oak table downstairs. I don't know how.
Yeah. Yep. We have those cards.
Yeah, they just –
I don't know.
Yeah, they took a jack bath. Yeah.
At our crib.
Yeah.
Yep.
He said
– we have those cards still.
Game.
Oh, jeez. All right. Yeah, see? There we go. So, real quick before we move on the ticker below, we have our squad ride for the night. We're bringing that back. It's betting season again, as you can tell. So, Texas Rangers, first 5-inning money line.
The game starts at 9:39.
Yeah, so you got plenty of time. Jump in. Let us know if you're riding it. I think it's like, what, minus 147, you said?
Yeah, it's
going to be just put a decent chunk on there. Get some money back. They should take the first 5.
Yeah, first 5, and then also, I mean, I put it in there, but it's minus 1.5 for the game is minus 108.
Yeah, this would explain probably why the jack was on the table.
Yeah.
It was a great game.
Y'all remember Michelle making you guys ride buses? Because she's really good at that.
No. But, yeah.
Hence.
God, 2020 was a weird year, man.
It's a great year.
It was a great time, though.
It was a great time, yeah. Oh, I shouldn't say great year, but it was a great time.
Right.
Right.
I mean, we all
year
had
by all accounts.
Relatively good year. Yeah.
Right. Making bank.
Still relative.
Chilling, yeah. All right. Let's go into our first segment, and we're going to hit Football Day Not American.
Day Not American.
Kickin with lip.
Roundhouse on your asses. So that was this close to ending very poorly. Back in the chair, pulled up a little bit on that one, boys. What's up, Bonnie? Guys, I'm gonna be succinct this week. All right. Liverpool did Liverpool things. Number 2 on the table. City still being City. 6 games, 6 wins, leading the league. But you two sons of bitches, y'all, your team and your mostly team, they played each other this week. And I got to say, I am more surprised by Tottenham Arsenal. Because like we said last week, that was, in my opinion, y'all's first litmus test. And you kind of passed. I know you get a draw and nobody likes that. And if you've ever watched Ted Lasso, you fucking hate ties in soccer. But I've grown to love them. Not love them. I've grown to tolerate them. Much like Krista does with me. And I think it was the best outcome you guys could have asked for, Ian, because it would have been hard to beat Arsenal. But shit, you're keeping pace. That's all you can ask for. There was some FA Cup action today. Not whatever. That means very little to me until Liverpool wins it, and then I can talk shit. But yeah, I don't know. Not a ton going on. We really only pretty much talked about the Prem. You guys have heard me talk about it. I've talked about it before. In my eyes, in a lot of people's eyes, that's the league in the world. There's not really too much that excites me about anywhere else. I do think that you were wrong about West Ham. Just because they played the big boys and they just couldn't hang, right? Now, full disclosure, I did not wake up for that game because these boys played late Saturday night and there was a celebratory action at my home thereafter. But it was a long night. We'll just leave it at that. And we had no desire to get out of bed that early. Now, if that makes me a shit fan, so be it. But I also don't know how excited I'm going to be this Sunday to wake up and watch the Falcons play the Jaguars over in London. So sue me. But yeah, obviously, just like anything, you learn more as it progresses. I know you guys get out of bed for this Kicking It with Lip segment, but I think there's a lot of NFL football to talk about that's definitely more exciting, at least right now. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. Chelsea's at 14th. You know, we love to hate them on this channel.
Yes.
Man United is just sucking it up. So that's pretty much where I'm at with it. If you guys are looking for some Socky Lockies, bring that back for the first time in a while. I'm just looking down at the games next week. Now, again, this is why I don't gamble, because I'm compelled to just mash Liverpool, right? Because 1, they're Liverpool. 2, they play Tottenham. But in the interest of y'all trying to win money and you want something safe, then what I'm going to tell you is probably just do a little baby 2-leg because, you know, again, I'm soft. And you got to love Man City. You got to love Man City over the Wolves, and you got to love Arsenal over Bournemouth. I know that's super safe, and they're probably both going to be minus 200 plus. John and Ian can explain that to you a little bit better because I don't exactly know what that means. I mean, I know you got to put up 200 to win 100, but I don't know how it compounds with parlays and shit. Everton and Luton, you can definitely take to the bank. That's going to be the most boring fucking game you could possibly watch in your life. So I don't know if there's a bet for that on FanDuel. I would say check DraftKings, but all the homies are banned, so we can't do that either. But again, the game of the day Saturday is definitely going to be Liverpool at Tottenham. So that's what I'm going to be looking forward to. Ian, stay by the phone because I will be chirping. And you know what, guys? We can tack on a third leg for that for Saturday. Newcastle at home against Burnley. I mean, Newcastle just played another shit team and beat them 8-0. It was, I know it was the first time. Not only did they beat them 8-0, but they scored with 8 different players. First time that's ever happened in the history of the Premier League, I think. I know it's the first time for Newcastle United. But yeah, short, sweet, to the point. Speaking of blowouts, y'all see what happened down in Miami this weekend? Let's go. Segue alert. Whoop, whoop. I don't know if I were to do this and you guys were driving past me on a Segway, would you do like the little bring, bring? Is that what Segways make?
Something like that.
Sure, I would.
I don't know. I know if I got on one, I'd die.
Right. Real quick, before that segue,
Good.
that parlay ends up being plus 156.
What is it? That third one in there?
Yep.
With
So
Newcastle?
those three together, plus 156 on FanDuel right now.
Nice.
Yep.
Lock
her in.
Yeah, I mean, since we're on the stock topic, obviously that one for Saturday, those two legs make even money, so it is a mash in my book.
Yeah.
Arsenal and
you
Man
definitely
City.
know,
Yeah, it's even money. 100 pays 100. The other one I like is tomorrow. It's kind of weird. I think it's because of who's playing for Arsenal, but taking West Ham, Arsenal, and Liverpool tomorrow is plus 292.
In the EFL Cup?
Yeah, it's because of who's playing, I think, but
Yeah.
for Arsenal's sake, because Arsenal is actually they're favoring the draw.
Yeah, because they don't anticipate them playing anybody.
Right, so they're only plus 110. Still taking them.
The one thing that I do like about the EFL Cup, which again, same thing as the FA Cup, it has like no VAR. So yeah, none whatsoever. They do like for purity or whatever that is. But shout out Doug. He said I put $100 on Luton going back where they belong at the beginning of the season. Should be the easiest 1,500 ever. That's a come up right there. I didn't even know that you could bet on what team you think's going to get relegated preseason. Yeah, that's a hell of a come up.
He's different now because I can't make a bet like that. Like I made that NFL bet, I'm sweating the whole time. Like future bets, I hate.
Oh, so it's just genetics.
Yeah, I need instant gratification. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if you guys did hear that, but it was Liverpool, Arsenal, West Ham tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean Liverpool playing Leicester City, who got relegated last year, should be easy. But Leicester, for whatever reason, plays them well. And if you guys remember last year, it was Wolverhampton that knocked Liverpool out. But again, this team looks a lot different. Their midfield's so good. And they just added Gravenberch too, Gravenbach, who apparently looked amazing the other day. I didn't watch, but yeah. Exciting time to be a Red, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
All right. That does it for the segment of Kicking It with Lip.
No more kicks.
Installment 27-ish, probably. Let's roll on. Week 3. Let's recap some pretty freaking wild games for week 3. I think this is the first week that we've actually had like upsets. Really?
Points.
Like nothing too crazy before.
I'd say like a blatant one. A blatant upset.
Yeah. And points,
like
you said.
Lots of points.
Yeah, lots of points. Lots of teams. Upsets.
Oh, baby. Sure. Oh, sorry, just
kidding. Yeah, I mean, I know it's only one game, and we'll get to obviously the biggest upset. We'll hop into it, but the Cards beating Dallas.
Yeah,
it's making me sweat a little bit because it's in part of that parlay.
Not looking good for your under 4.5, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
We'll see. Yeah.
I'll share my screen here. Get some of the games up.
That was just I don't know if you guys watched it. I am just happy. The only two players I had in that game did their job, and that was CeeDee Lamb and Tony Pollard.
Yeah, I mean,
she would.
We were talking about it before we hopped on. We probably spent a little too much time going game by game, so we can just do like spark notes on this because, as you guys know, we love fantasy football on this channel as well.
Correct.
And my two co-hosts are freezing me out right now. It's a trade freeze. I can only feel like Leonardo DiCaprio in the Atlantic Ocean circa 1918 with that redhead bitch floating on that door built for 3 goddamn people. That's how I feel, boys. You guys are both Rose and I'm Jack out here, all right? All right? So we're going to get to that, and chat is going to manipulate y'all on my behalf. So,
Perfect.
having said that, 49ers
Good
blew
luck,
out the
chat.
Giants. We knew it. Anything – he said good luck. But no, 49ers blew out
Yes.
the Giants. Is there anything we need to talk about?
Absolutely not. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
I
CMC's a
actually,
freak.
I bet the Niners minus 20.5 in this game. This close. This close. If they would have got like 5 more yards and kicked that field goal at the end, but they didn't, which makes sense.
That hurts. They've scored
Yeah.
exactly 30 in all 3 of their games. Next.
That's wild. It's kind of weird they have this game up top.
Why is
You know,
that
it's
up
Sunday
there?
night game, but
That's because we're
I have no
second in the
idea.
AFC. That's why.
that makes sense.
I mean, we can go backwards.
That's fine. I'll give my little take on it, and then we'll let Jimmy give his take on it, and then we'll roll on. A better performance from the offense. Still not exactly where we want to be, obviously, because 23 points against probably the worst defense in the NFL is not going to cut it. But man, you got to put that game away at the end. All you had to do is get not a 3 and out, and that game's over, and you risked giving them the ball back. Kind of crazy they kicked that field goal.
Yes.
Down there, but I think I might have texted you guys and other people too, but I was like, that's our offense. That's what the league thinks of our offense right there.
Right.
We're gonna get 3 points here because we're gonna for sure get the ball back because our offense can't do shit, and then we'll just go score a touchdown and win handily. Yeah. But hey, got the dub. Sunday Night Football. We made money. Can't complain too much. On to Houston and hopefully do the same thing. Jimmy?
Look, I agree. Look better. I think that was the best pro game I've seen Kenny Pickett play. And there were obviously there's always something you can clean up, right? Brady,
Mhm.
Manning, Big Ben, Phillip Rivers, Eli. I don't give a fuck who it was. They could have the best game, and they're going to say that there's something to clean up. There's a ton to clean up still,
Right.
but
Absolutely.
he did look better. That ball to Calvin Austin was an absolute dime. That was a dime. Like I said, I've said it on here before, and God, if you've known me for more than 20 minutes, you already know this. I don't like to be wrong. This is one time where I hope I'm wrong. Like, genuinely, outspokenly hope I'm wrong. Still too early to see if it will be. I also want to commend Matt Canada on graduating from a JV grade school offensive coordinator to a grade school varsity offensive coordinator. Good job, buddy. We're making progress. And the biggest thing that I wanted to address in this was, now one of them got picked up, which, okay, cool. The penalties, dude, they are just softening this game so much. So much. Like that.
Mhm.
And it was at pivotal times, too. We're up 23-7, third down. We get off the field because Minka comes in, and he didn't even rock him. He just sacked him.
Mhm.
He just sacked him. If he tackles him, you're not allowed to hit the quarterback below the knee. Like if he goes, what are you supposed to do there? Like, he just came rushing in.
Right.
Jimmy G knew he was dead to rights and just started folding. Like, you can't throw a flag on that.
No.
I agree with you that you got to be able to put the game away on offense, but that's been the Steelers' MO for years. That's been the Steelers' MO to Big Ben, prior to Matt Canada when we had Fichtner. There was even times in the Bruce Arians days when they couldn't put it away because everybody knows you're going to run it, and you don't have the cherries to switch it up. And then the last thing that I wanted to make sure I talked about, this offense, and they kind of go hand in hand, right? This offense does not run a lot of play action because nobody has to respect the run for you. But look at what happened when you ran play action in the red zone. Pat Freiermuth had a country mile between him and the next defender, and it was an easy tutty. So I just get to what you used to be good at. Force your O-lineman to get better at run blocking. Pound the goddamn ball, and then it opens up the passing game. If these guys can snack 7-8 in the box every game, especially between first and second down, because here's the MO. Short/screen pass on first down, 9 times out of 10 incomplete or a 2-yard gain, 2-yard loss, plus or minus, whatever it might be. Run it up the middle with like a fucking inside zone or some shit. And now you're in 3rd and 8, and they can just pin their ears back and know that you're not going to be able to make it through your progressions because you don't have that much experience reading defenses. Like,
100%.
I know it's easy to say as I sit here in my office with my off-painted accent wall and this fucking gaming chair, but like, dude, come on. I mean,
Right.
Fuck, get it together.
What's up, Mont? Yeah.
But a dub is a dub is a dub, baby. Number 1 in the division, number 2 in the AFC. Will it last? I don't think so, obviously. But you got a good road ahead. You got Houston coming up.
Yeah.
And you got Baltimore, who, fortunately, their quarterback always wets the bed when he plays us.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and at home, too. And it's at home.
Yeah, and the Ravens are in serious danger because they got Cleveland this week, and Lamar doesn't play them well either in Cleveland.
Defense looks good, too.
At least I think it's in Cleveland. I might be wrong. I don't know. Any Browns fan in there, let me know.
Right,
but yeah, I don't know. You want to start the year good because of how the schedule turns out down the stretch, right? Like you're already 1-0 in the division. Just keep it rolling, keep improving on the offense. Your defense is always going to keep you in games. Always. And I'm going to plug this just like I plug my trophy every week. TJ Watt's the best defensive player in the NFL. You can't tell me otherwise. And it's always going to sound biased because I'm a Steelers fan, but there's nothing that you can prove to me with actual evidence that tells me that someone else in the league is better on that side of the ball. Right. And until that happens, stay away from me. All right. Rant ended.
Yep.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Agreed.
That was by far my favorite game of Sunday.
We know.
As these guys know.
What's going on, Mont?
I was the biggest Steelers / Devontae Adams fan Sunday night, so it was a great one.
Bro, it got to the point. So just to give y'all some context, John was betting on who would have a reception on any given drive. This man was hitting so hard and got so deep into it that he lost track of what drive each team was on. He's like, is this y'all's 8th drive coming up? John, I don't know. I'm sweating this game out for an entirely different reason. He's like trying to FaceTime me and shit. I'm like, John, the game is on. The game is on, bro. Leave me alone.
Oh, dude, I just remember at the one point.
I'm trying to hate on Chris Collinsworth. Leave me alone.
There was at one point I was like, hey, I took Patty Fry. Screw it. And you're like, he's not even on the field. I was like, he's about to be. Next drive, first catch.
Wasn't that his first catch of the night, too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
sometimes you just got the hot hand, buddy.
It was a good Sunday
night.
Right. Devontae Adams, fucking 8.
Yes.
We'll see. Yeah, good Sunday night game. Where we rolling this next one? I mean, this one's pretty simple. We'll go over it quick. Browns defense played. Titans suck.
Yeah, probably the best game Watson's had in a orange and brown uniform.
Their highest fantasy score was 6 points, and it was Hopkins.
Yeah, rough. I think it also shows just how bad the Chargers defense actually is.
Right. So, yep, that one was pretty simple. This next one, we can just skip that.
Lions, Falcons.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Yeah. Falcons fraud. We're probably the worst 2-1 team in the league.
Right. Yep. Packers Saints.
17. What was it? 17-0, right?
Yeah, that's one of these right here.
Yeah.
Mr. Crabbley came in and choked that game away. Also, so did the kicker. I mean, Jameis did what he had to do at the end of the game. You put him. You're under 2 minutes left. You're in a 46-yard field goal from the left hash, and homie pushed it right. So, shout out to the Packers. Shout out Jordan Love. Nice little comeback. I know. I just remember from seeing it. Brett Favre hadn't even done that. Come back from a 17-point deficit in the 4th and 1. A game for the Packers. So, good for him. I hope he does well. Next.
Yep. Next. This historical game. Good.
Oh, baby.
Jeez. 70-20.
They scored 14 plus each quarter.
Dude. Tell you what. Broncos got a problem. Broncos have a serious problem.
Big problem. I mean, it wasn't even like Miami was just getting punts. No, they were getting the ball on the opposite side of the field over and over and over and over again. And it got to a point where two is like, you know what? Just give it to the running back.
Right.
And then they bring in Mike
still scored.
It was a 70-yard bomb.
Yeah.
It looked like 2012 Bama playing the Citadel.
Yeah, jeez.
It was bad.
I mean, it did.
And the only reason they had 20 is because they had the Mims long touchdown and I think a kick return, right?
Mm-hmm. Both Mims.
Yeah, they hit a kick or punt return. I forget what it was, but that's the only reason they scored 20.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, plus Miami didn't play a single starter after like 10 minutes left in the third quarter.
No.
So this game could have been 100-20.
Dude, I don't know until I saw this week that McDaniels was the ball boy for them.
Yeah, bro. He looked like a female in a Halloween costume for NSYNC in the 1990s when he was their ball boy, bro.
I saw that and I was like, no. That's awesome.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that either, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And you know what? Honestly, serves you right, Sean Payton. Serves you right.
That's right.
Because if I was Nat Hack, I would have been just flaming him.
Yep.
Flaming him.
Worst
coaching performance I've ever seen. I would have said the exact same thing he said. And for him to shit on the reporters like that when they were asking him about the game, like, dude, I get it. You deserve to be pissed off, but you made your bed, lie in it. You guys got fucking mollywopped. You're supposed to be this brilliant, offensively minded coach, and you have
quarterback guru.
Arguably, I think the case is actually deteriorating, but arguably a Hall of Fame quarterback. What are you doing? What are you doing? You have the talent at running back. You have the talent at receiver. You can't get it figured out. I don't know. You ain't shit.
Nope.
No. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, like they said, though, I mean, obviously that offense has so many weapons, but, dude, that can't happen.
Yeah. And no Waddle.
No
Jalen Waddle.
No Waddle.
Which honestly couldn't have worked out any better because the guy I played in fantasy this week has Waddle, and I won by 14. So, cool. But his kicker was also his highest scorer. So that's, I guess, kind of the trade-off.
That'll do it.
Yeah, there you go. The only thing that sucks about the Broncos is that they're probably going to get to 1-3 this week because they play the Bears.
I did see that
maybe.
Like, that's going to be like a 10-13 game.
That could be a snooze fest.
Yeah, I'm glad it's at 1 o'clock and I don't have to watch it.
Yep. It's not,
yeah, right. I think that's good.
On to the next. I mean,
probably the most exciting game of the week right here.
Yeah. It can be summed up in a sentence. The Chargers defense saved Brandon Staley's job. Because if they don't win the game, there's just more talk about his hot seat after him going forward on his own 25 or something like that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why you do that.
No.
What are you thinking? Right. What are you thinking? And honestly, I mean, for the caliber of tight end he is, you expect Hawk to make that catch at the goal line there. So,
right. Yep.
Yeah. Great game. Not a lot of
should have lost. Yeah. I feel like that's going to be.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I feel like this is going to be the Chargers. Anytime somebody plays the Chargers, taking over because they're going to score so many points.
Yeah.
They don't have a defense. They have an offense. That's
right.
It.
I mean, that game actually didn't go over though.
What was the over?
54.
Oh, damn. Points.
Tease it down and take the over.
Yeah,
they
had it high. I mean, that's just because of that reason. But
makes sense. Yeah.
Since we're gonna touch on fantasy, I mean, just take a peek on that. You gotta give Allen that respect right there. That boy,
my God, yeah. 18 for 215.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't realize that JJ threw a ball at him when the game started. I saw JJ caught a pass. He went over to Keenan on the bench and threw him the ball, like out of cockiness, and then Keenan Allen just went off.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's back-to-back weeks for Keenan Allen, too. He went off last week also.
Mm-hmm. And Mike Williams is now going to be out.
Yeah, RIP.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame, man. So talented. But I'm pretty sure he's been out for a significant amount of time in every season he's been in the NFL.
Every season it's one of those two, to be honest with you.
Every season.
Yeah, a lot of times it's both. Yeah.
Jefferson missed the historical 3 games over 150 by 1 yard.
No.
1 yard. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh,
I took him over 150 and on a bet too. 1 yard.
Oh, pain.
It hurts. I took him over. I
pain.
took his live over also though, so it kind of offset. But pain.
Yeah.
All right.
Next one.
Was that game?
Whatever.
Jets need a quarterback. Pats are terrible.
Correct.
Yeah, you can skip through it. Aaron Rodgers covered everything you need to know about that game on the Pat McAfee show today.
Right.
The pain of him watching it hurts more than his leg, he said.
What did he say?
He pretty much said watching the game is more pain than what he's feeling in his leg. Yeah.
I mean, I understand it.
So, we in there.
Bills Commanders.
I mean,
It's expected.
yeah, I mean,
Taylor Heineke did throw a touchdown.
yeah, to the wrong team.
Nice.
He had 4 picks for a touchdown, which kind of crushed me because I had Brian Robinson in an early bet, but whatever. Yeah, that was supposed to happen. Next game, yeah, we can skip that one.
First
too.
upset. Yeah, first upset of the.
This one hurt in more ways than one.
Yeah. Dude, you're so reliant on the Jaguars in our Dynasty League, bro. That's wild.
Dude, all I'm saying is fire the OC.
They got a lot to
I
figure
don't
out.
know. I
You
don't know if
have
I'd
to.
really call this an upset, though.
No,
I mean, are we calling it based off record, or are we calling it based off expectations of the Jags this year?
Expectation.
Okay. Because the only reason I say that
expectation.
21 of the last 26 times these teams have played, Houston's won.
right?
Wow.
That's
Didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I would just say
That's
based
a
off
lot.
expectation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Stroud looked good, man. Stroud looks good. And I didn't think that would be the case. He's running for his life most of the time back there. I think he's still one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the NFL. But he's doing the thing.
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
John, trade him to me.
they got to do something. I just don't know how you keep an OC after your head coach takes the play calling at halftime. Like, you strip your.
I didn't even know that happened.
You strip your OC of the play calling at halftime, and like I don't know, and you still lose. I mean, it's just not a good thing.
They score points. If that was
Well,
for real,
while
they
we're
scored all
on
their
it,
points after.
you guys
Yeah.
in the chat out there, let me know. Would you trade CJ Stroud for a 2024 second round pick and a 2025 first round pick in a dynasty league? Let us know what you think below. Moving on to the next game.
This you just love to see.
Love to see
more
it.
ways than one. It's unfortunate how it happened, but it's so fortunate it happened to the Ravens. I can't stress that enough.
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew coming in and taking out Lamar Jackson and the Ravens.
Yeah. Can't fumble the ball
That's
3
sweet.
times as a quarterback. You just can't do it.
Correct?
Nope.
Can't do it.
Nope.
Now, the good news for me and my fantasy team is that homie's just always going to run in touchdowns. He has better running back stats than a lot of running. He carried it 14 times for $102 and 2 touchdowns. And people wonder why he's called a running back across the league. Bro, you are a running back.
Yeah.
You are.
You're a running back that sometimes throws the ball. Ian, did you watch the video? So we have a group chat with everybody in our league. Did you watch the video I posted in there before we hopped on here?
Why didn't you post it?
Just like in between 8 and 9.
Was it the?
I did not.
So it's the guy calling in a parlay from jail.
I didn't see it, but I just
So-
I put up.
So he calls in a parlay from jail, and you just hear all the games he's rattling off. Now, I don't really know if the parlay got put in. It was just a video of him making this phone call. But it was like 7 or 8 teams, and the only team that he missed was Baltimore,
Oh no!
who, 8 times out of 10 win that game on a 61-yard
Well, they were
field goal
minus
from Justin
440.
Tucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So someone definitely got for their commissary that night because that boy would have been yes.
Oh yeah, he took some
He took someone's life.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! All right, love to see it. 22-19 Colts moving on. Seahawks Panthers. I mean, again, same thing as I had thought would happen. Seahawks hate Panthers, especially with.
Dude.
Well, I mean, Dalton didn't play bad.
This was my number 2 game
one for 2 touchdowns.
Like the Steelers were number 1 that I made the most money off of. This was number 2. My boy Adam Thielen paid me. Just kept mashing his receptions, mashing his yards, and he was just.
Oh yeah.
He left no crumbs.
Nope.
Left no crumbs. So I mean, as the Panthers, you can't stick with Dalton, right?
You can't with Bryce Young, but like.
I mean, that dude's got to learn, dude.
Maybe. Yeah, he does, but like, man, I guess if you're not winning anything this year. So, but the worst thing that could happen is Bryce Young gets like
seriously hurt.
Yeah. I mean, Dalton didn't play bad.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Is like, dude, we've seen enough of Dalton for all those years in the AFC North. Dude's more than a serviceable quarterback. I know he's like mid-30s now, but I don't know, dude. He was out there slinging the run. You see right there, Thielen had 145 and a tutty.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. But we have another snooze fest. Probably not a snooze fest because I don't think the Vikings are really an 0-3 team. I mean, albeit they are. It's Vikings-Panthers this week. So,
yeah.
Someone's got to get their first win. Someone's got to go to 0-4. There's going to be at least 2 0-4 teams in the NFL for sure. So that's cool.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. While John's away, who do you think it's going to be?
Between the Bears or Panthers, I think. Honestly, who the Bears play? Bears play
the Broncos. So I'm saying
Broncos.
I'm saying Bears and Panthers go 0-4.
Well, that's not a good start for my Rangers bet.
Also, my Rangers bet.
They the Rangers scored in the first, and then they just gave up a 3-run bomb to the Angels.
Yikes!
Whoa.
Yikes. Yeah, I mean, I think Panthers lose to the Vikings. Man, the Bears are bad. The Broncos aren't great either. I'm gonna swing. I think the Bears beat the Broncos. Ooh, that boy got cherry. Bold. But I think they get their first
big
one.
Bold. Yeah. There you go. All right. The jury has spoken.
And the biggest upset of the week, we'll just Chiefs. I mean, obvious.
Yeah.
Right. Cowboys, Cardinals. Biggest upset of the week, by far.
Of the season.
Cowboys are going to Cowboy.
Dak being Dak.
I love it. I fucking love it, dude. I love it so much because every single year, because of the marketing, the Cowboys this, the Cowboys that, the Cowboys. It was wire to wire, Ian. Wire to wire. The Cardinals just took it to Dallas, bro. So sick of hearing Micah Parsons is the best player on the defensive side of the ball in the NFL. He was a non-factor against everybody's pick to have the number 1 overall draft pick this season. Get out of here with all that fucking bullshit. This little stupid logo on the helmet. I don't even know how you make a star with your fingers. Is it like this? Is it like this? Does this look like a star? I don't know. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Oh, here we go. There it is. That's a star, boys. Yeah, scrubs. Overrated. Good defense, still.
Mm-hmm.
Really good defense, but Dak ain't it.
No.
Dak ain't it.
He is not.
Nope. All right. Let's do Bengals Rams first, and then we'll finish off on our boy McCoy's locks taking down that alcohol over there.
Johnny Mac.
Rams Bengals. Talk about another snooze fest. Holy moly.
To be honest, I'm
Jamar
glad I
Chase
didn't
and Joe
watch this
Burrow
game.
figured it out. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow finally connected a little bit, but, man. As a Bengals fan, you got to be worried. You got to be worried.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the biggest thing.
I
I don't know if you guys watched the McAfee show, but Rodgers was saying today he has like his inner circle, like there's a couple quarterbacks he talks to on the regular basis, and Burrow pretty much told him, he goes, "I don't care how bad it hurts this week. I have to play because if we go 0-3, we're in trouble."
So here's the thing, like, sure, but if you hurt your calf again where you can't play, you're in trouble regardless.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you see their quarterback room?
I heard somebody saying they should have went out. They should have just took him out for the first whatever games so he can heal, and then bring him back fully healthy.
They said he should have came in like week 4.
Yeah,
I mean, Jamar said that.
Yeah, that's
right. Off season.
It was Jamar. Yeah, man, like he's your franchise. He literally is your franchise.
Hate him.
Yeah. Without him, you are the Bengals.
I wonder, do we have enough of a sample size to start throwing the O word around a little bit? He may be a little bit overrated.
He's got a lot of receivers.
You're 1-6 against Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
You don't show up in the playoffs.
No.
You got to the Super Bowl. You scored, 9 points or something like that? You know, I don't know. I'd have to look at those numbers, but like, you beat Mahomes once in the playoffs. You beat him in the regular season, lost him again in the playoffs. I don't know if overrated's too strong, but maybe overhyped.
Yeah.
I don't know. You decide. Investors? Possibly.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a garbage game.
So, I mean, obviously, as a Steelers fan and just growing up Steelers fan, like, I hate the Bengals with a passion. But, like, this is definitely the most tolerable Bengals team that we've had, just because of, like, Joe Burrow is me. I'm a fan of Joe Burrow. Jamar Chase is a beast. Joe Mixon, whatever. T. Higgins is a monster. But, like,
bullshit. I call bullshit on that one, too.
Oh, which one? T. Higgins?
T. Higgins, yeah.
You don't like him?
Dude, I think he's like this. He's like this.
True. I mean, I can see what
too wishy-washy.
Behind, like, beside Jamar Chase.
Extremely talented. Don't get me wrong. Yeah.
True.
Like, physical specimen.
Yeah.
But, dude, that was a lot of drops last night. A lot of drops.
Yeah. I mean, he went 0 for 8 in his first game in catches.
Right.
That's your point. That's your point. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I think they're risking a lot with Joe Burrow right now. Like a calf.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, you're talking. I think Rodgers even said it too. McCoy alluding to the McAfee show. Like, it's like I think the calf is like kind of where these things start, but like the calf and the Achilles and all that kind of stuff is all tied together. So like you're risking a lot worse than just a little calf strain. But who am I?
Yeah.
I'm just a peon in all this. So,
all right, leg bone's connected to the knee bone, man.
That's right. Last one, then we'll run the fantasy real quick, and then hit our picks for the next week. So, McCoy,
all right, let me get the violin out.
Yeah. I mean,
undefeated season, no more.
I mean, it's the game we expected. I was kind of shocked at how we showed up on defense, to be honest with you. AJ Brown went off, but that's because our number. I mean, I'm not going to say that was the whole reason, but our number one corner being out didn't help.
Sure,
especially with that. But no, I mean, I was happy we were able to stop their bullshit ass QB sneak thing a couple times.
Worst play in the game, ruining football.
It is by far. We talked about it earlier. I mean, you can do that, but listen, we can't be in like that formation, you got to have your receivers in slot. I think that's what they're going to end up doing because that's somewhat counter to that. I guess when the rule thing went before this season, the people who brought it across how they should line up, they brought it up weird. But yeah, I mean, it is by far a terrible call. Hurts, he looked all right, but he didn't look good.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're 3-0, but I feel like they haven't hit their stride yet, which is also kind of scary because they're 3-0.
Right.
I mean, I think after this week, I mean, the only other team in the NFC that can compete with the Eagles is probably the Niners, and I think those are like the only two teams that are even remotely in the conversation.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I don't have any reason to believe it won't be a repeat NFC Championship game this year.
God.
AFC, different story.
Yeah,
different story.
Yeah.
Just because who knows if the Bengals are even going to make the playoffs? Which, again, one of those things I'd be glad to be wrong about. They were my preseason pick to win the AFC North. I'd love to be wrong about that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Yeah, overall, wasn't happy with the game, obviously, because we lost, but offense struggled. Little miscommunication on some routes and that for sure. Some drop balls. I mean, you can't have Evans drop some of the ones he did. Tight ends couldn't catch. Tight ends couldn't do a damn thing. They couldn't catch anything. But yeah, I mean, did Baker have his best game? No. Terrible. So, but unfortunately, like I said, at least we showed up when you get blown out, I guess.
Yep. Hey, kept it close. Go home. Tell mom you had a good game.
Yep.
Losses happen, dude. It's the NFL. You guys kept it more competitive against the Eagles than the Steelers did against the 49ers.
Yeah,
not wrong. Yeah. And at this point, I'm not really sure who the better team is between San Fran and Philly. My gut still says Philly.
I think San Fran.
Look, until the Niners can knock them off, bro. They had their chance in the NFC Championship game. You could say what you want about, so and so this, so and so that, third string quarterback, blah blah blah. It's what it is, dude. Get out there and show up. Now, the Niners have the best linebacker in the NFL. No questions.
Yeah.
Fred Warner is a monster. Freak. A freak. Can only get you so far, though.
Right.
For
sure.
So.
Yep. All right. That is week 3 wrapped up. Let's touch on some fantasy real quick. And for those watching, we are going to make our picks for week 4. I think we'll even talk about the spread and, see what you should take betting wise. We'll kind of touch on that a little bit. We're going to hit fantasy first, kind of go through our podcast leagues, see where we're standing right there. And then we'll go through our dynasty, obviously, because I got a little bit of smack talk. But then after that, we're going to roll and we're going to do some Apex. We're going to stream some Apex on Twitch. So for those of you that are hanging out, stay on, watch us play some Apex, and then we're going to, while we're playing, we'll do our picks. We'll try to figure out the audio prior to jumping on and playing. I think last time we could still only hear you, Jimmy, so we'll figure that out. Yeah. But if not, we'll have to read that through you, which is fun. All right.
Sorry to the viewers.
That's all right. Your voice is great. Okay. Let's share screen. We'll go to the podcast league first. Let's swing up to the standings. Why can't I do the standings league? Scores, trades, trend, players, league. Why can't I show the standings? What's happening? Here it is. Got it.
Figure it out, bud.
Got it. All right. Share screen 51. All right. After week 3, these are the standings for your Squatchin Sports Podcast League. In first place, we have A. Davin 3-0. We got Bonnie 2-1. Shout out Bon. We got Shazam, aka Dreamville, a.k.a. Montel. Third place, 2-1.
Absolutely shit on me this week.
We'll touch on that. We got your boy in fourth. Dak Bar in 5. Nike Soccer 6. Buckles plus 1. Michelle in 7th. Who I beat this week.
Okay.
Your boy McCoy in 8th. Ubidoobie 9th. Lipton 10th. Chris Darren 11th. And Football is better in 12th.
A lot of 1 and 2 teams.
A lot of 1 and 2 teams.
He's 0-3.
Wide open race.
Wide open race. Wide open. Let's get to the matchups.
Roscoe, I hear you crying, buddy. I'll let you shit in a minute.
So the first game, I didn't lose. I didn't lose. I thought it was going to happen. I really did.
Oh, my.
Unfortunately for her, Aaron Jones was still out. So she had to make a last-minute pickup.
Yes, please.
And wasn't a whole lot of running back options. So she put in Chuba Hubbard. She also loved the name Chuba Hubbard. So that also added into her picking him up.
Sounds like that band that makes tub thumping. Chubba Wubba.
Yeah, man. All I can say is thank God for Buffalo's defense.
Yeah.
Save Jazz. Bro, that's the second time this season you pulled out a win because of an extraterrestrial showing from your defense, bro. I know you beat me by 30, but the Cowboys put up fucking 40 week 1 in our dynasty league, dog. That is unchristian, Ian. You're better than that, Beckles.
And I told Michelle I was going to say it because I had to. We were talking about who needs to score still for her, like, we were competing against. I said I have Chris Godwin still playing tonight, and then I think that was it, right? It was just Godwin.
You Kyron too.
Kyron, that's right. And she said, "Oh, I have Evans, Mike Evans, right?" And I said, "Yeah, Mike Evans." And then she had, I think it was Mike Evans, Jalen Hurts,
Higgy Smalls.
Well, and then she said, and Tom Higgins. I said, "Girl, this sounds like an accountant." I said, T. Higgins. She was like, "Well, I don't know."
He looked like a CPA out there on Monday night. I'll tell you that.
Right. Facts.
It was adorable.
Hey, you're learning, Michelle. That's all that matters.
That's right.
That's all that matters.
She's learning. Let me swing to the league, and we'll switch to Jimmy was first.
Show this one. No, we're showing it.
Jimmy. He got some
boy.
points.
Oh boy! Listen, he mashed me, bro.
Yeah.
His quarterback played a half a game of football, and he mashed me. Shout out you, Mont. Shout out you, bud. Good job. Listen, just like the Browns can lose to the Steelers twice a year, and the Steelers can go to 2-15, and I'm happy. I beat Krista, bro. I don't give a shit about anything else.
Right.
I do not care. Yeah. Mont, good team. Me, not good team. It's pretty much what it boils down to.
And then your boy McCoy. Kind of a similar situation. Tyreek Hill, 30 points. Keenan Allen, 45 points.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, pray.
Laporta, look at his tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah, Laporta, 22. What are you going to do? Put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye, bro. I mean, it's just take that L and keep on moving.
Yeah, you played them two receivers. If you would have told me that, I'm like,
Can we give Chris a shout out real quick for getting a dub?
Absolutely.
On her maiden fantasy football voyage?
Let's go.
Woo, broken clock right twice a day, baby.
Mr. DC Dakbar. Taking the L.
He said take the L. Come on.
Devontae Adams, 42 points. Good Lord. Mark Cooper, 24. Yeah, hey. Dub's a dub.
A dub dub.
All right.
This is gonna be a competitive ass league for no reason.
It is. It's just, I mean, for us, it's sheer pride, right?
Yeah.
For them,
Yeah.
it's merch. We don't know it yet, but it's merch.
Swaggy.
Swaggy. All right. Real quick plug of our Dynasty League. Mr. McCoy.
We in there.
Yeah, we in here. So, listen, it's early. I ain't going to gloat too much because there's plenty of time left in the season for things to go completely awry. But your boys 3-0 right now, feeling pretty good. Your boys 2-0 against these boys. Also feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are.
Fucking
Yeah.
Look at that shit.
Listen,
Jeez.
Raheem Mostert.
Tell him. Nasty.
45.
Nasty.
And I started him because Saquon's out.
And he wasn't the highest scorer.
Saquon's not even on your team.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't have him.
But he can be. You know what? You opened the goddamn can of worms, Ian. We're talking about it right now. Finish shitting on McCoy, and then we're having this conversation live on air.
Anyway, Mostert 45, Jefferson 27, Mike Williams, RIP 25. George Kittle finally showed up. George Kittle finally showed up and got more than the 6 points.
He did.
Thank God.
He did.
Gabe Davis, Zay Jones, McCoy. Was he out prior to the game, or was he out in the game?
He was out prior.
He was out prior. And I brought it to his attention like a good friend.
Yikes. Well,
but I know it's
cocktails.
a Bucks flag. I know it's a Bucks flag hanging behind him. He's really a closet Jacksonville fan because look at that team, bro. You started their entire life. I'm surprised you don't have Doug Peterson on your bench.
Right. He is the new OC.
So anyway, we'll finish plugging that. We'll switch to Mr. Lips game. 2-1, taking down the fantasy superstars who are not superstars.
Nothing to be. Yeah, well, in fairness, that team name is born out of irony.
So I'll tell you this, right? Look at this team.
I respect that.
Before you even scroll, my boy's in trouble.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I'm not saying this just to stir up shit or talk shit. I think the number one overall pick is going to be between you and him are going to arm wrestle for it, and maybe Shaq. It might be like a 3-way arm wrestle thing. Like if you guys locked hands in a circle. Now, I mean, it's not to say you guys can't make moves throughout the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dame's in a lot of trouble. Now, the only thing that he has Waddle on his bench.
Right.
Waddle's hurt. Anthony Richardson, you don't know really. Yeah, if he can run the ball like he did before he got concussed, might be okay. But what you need to do is trade me Stroud for a first and second round pick. And that'll help you immensely for years to come.
Years to come.
Years to come. Yeah. I mean, shout out to Ian, 3-0. Handles team is really fucking good. Got even better.
Got better.
Dude.
Got even better. Yeah, but he gave up a lot.
He gave up a shit ton. He gave a lot of picks.
He gave up a lot of picks, but I mean, does he need them?
No.
Eventually, yes.
At least not for the next 3 years.
He just, I mean, Eckler's a lot young. I mean, going to be in the league a lot longer than Henry.
Is he? Eckler gets hurt pretty often now.
Yeah.
He's 28.
Yeah, I mean,
King Henry's 29.
You're fighting for contract too. Like he's only on a 1 year. You got to figure out what's happening next year, right? That's the majority of running backs anyway.
They'll probably. I mean, they either got to pay him or tag him because with whatever the fuck they got in their backfield the last couple of weeks. I thought I was the second coming of Jesus Christ by getting Joshua Kelly. Now I'm pissed I've wasted my number one priority on the waiver wire.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, booty meat. But yeah, a lot of fantasy to go. Ian, I'm proud of you, man.
Appreciate
3-0. 0-1 in championships. People don't forget, baby! 3-0 to start the year. I got to win the league this year, boys, because I'll have nothing else to put on this spot on my desk here.
It's gonna be empty. It's like
I won't know what to. What am I going to do? Get a plant and watch it die here? No.
I would say there'll be a dust spot surrounding where the trophy is, but you move that and pick it up so much.
Pick it up too much.
There's no dust spot.
Hell no. I white glove that thing every day, bro. And just I'm doing bumps of dust off the fantasy trophy.
Jesus.
Inject it.
But anyway, Ian, back to what we were talking about. Tank Dell.
Yep.
Saquon Barkley. Stephon Diggs.
Yep.
3 firsts. A second. 4 Jetta. Cup. And Gabe Davis. Only because you don't want Gabe Davis anymore. I could do without him. You could cut this finger off and just give me those 2 guys. I'm good with it. It's in your DMs right now, homie.
I know where it's at. Where it's at.
Beckles +1. Get your boy. Get your man.
This is almost one you got to sleep on, man.
You got to sleep on.
It's a big trade.
I'm not going to be able to.
I had Jetta for 1 week.
It is a big trade. I had Saquon for 0.
Listen, you had him for a week. He's hurt. You knew that prior to going into this.
Oh my god!
Again, I'm not saying no.
I know. This is just strictly for content because I know I've had experience. If you push them away.
Right.
So anyway, McCoy, where are we at?
Dude, KJ he only got 2 fifth-rounders.
I know, 2 fifth-rounders and a 4th. Yeah, that was just for glam.
Jason made it look like that's what it was.
You're getting a first and a second for a guy whose first name you don't even know. I know you don't know C.J. Stroud's first name without Googling it. Look away from the monitor.
I don't know.
What's C.J. Stroud's first name? Okay, good. Charles, maybe. I don't even know, and I'm an Ohio State fan.
Charles James Stroud.
God, you want to talk about accountants? Oh my God!
Right.
That sounds like a law firm right there. The law offices of Charles James and Stroud.
You're not wrong. Yeah, good week of football. This Rangers game is stressing me the hell out.
Bro, I like how he just doesn't even acknowledge it, Ian. He just doesn't even I'm over here pouring my heart out on the pod to get this man to negotiate with me, and he's just stressing over a meaningless ball game.
Speaking of which,
I don't give a shit about the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
So also, guys, I told Jimmy I would have gave him if Ridley would have had 10 more yards and Bijan would have, done his job. He could have just had him, but it didn't happen.
We all know that was cap. But now I'm, whatever, man, whatever. I can't wait to start playing Apex because I ain't resin either one of you guys.
He's like, I ain't being your lifeline.
I do want to bring this up. I want to talk about. We don't talk about a ton of college football on here. First off, shout out to Oregon for absolutely dismantling Colorado, bringing them right back down to earth. Although I do love me some Dion, I think the college football world needed that. Now, next, Ohio State, Notre Dame. Hell of a game. Did you guys watch it?
I did not watch it. No, I was at work, unfortunately, and then I was in the office for work.
Late night?
Was it a late night game?
It was 7:30.
Well,
damn boy, how much OT did you put?
I wasn't watching.
Right.
I just didn't watch. Period. It wasn't because I didn't want to watch it. Oh, Michelle and I were doing stuff. That's right.
No worries. It was a great game, back and forth. Ohio State didn't have the lead until the last second of the game, literally the last second of the game. So yeah, big dub for the Buckeyes.
They took it, put the paper underneath, they folded it over, and then they handed it to Iowa State.
Yes, thank you. Last 2 plays of the game, they only had 10 men on the field.
Yeah.
Wow. Not a recipe for success.
And to be honest with you, I mean, I get it. Like, in a fan base, you never want to accept it. I mean, Jimmy will always testify to this. But you have the ball with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go, and you pass the ball twice.
Yeah, unless you're doing like slants or something that you can land.
Probably not the best idea.
Yeah, no, I don't know if the math's on that one, boys.
No, I mean, and they were incomplete.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, straight gift.
Not to be confused with the crooked.
Did you see on the Pat McAfee show the Lou Holtz?
Yep. Did you watch the video?
See what?
Team that made it?
Do they correct? What is it?
There was a dude that made the video for Lou Holtz against Day.
No, I just saw
behind it, Jimmy. Like your coach sounded like a dumbass.
He was passionate, bro.
I know it was passionate, dude. I mean,
the Lou Holtz shit cracked me up, dude.
Yeah, you don't
come out there and say "fuck Lou Holtz, baby." I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, some tough games. I mean, like I said, we don't touch on college too much, but Georgia, weird game against a no-name school. Some weird games out there, that's for sure. Everything else is great. Come on. Oh, you suck your life, dude.
Hey, now.
Just basically, I mean, fielder's choice, whatever. But yeah, no. I mean, overall, good week. I think we got some decent games. It was finally good to see some ranked games. Some good ranked games, I should say.
Yeah, there were 6, wasn't there?
Yeah, and there's some good coming up.
Ole Miss Bama game was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, Friday night is actually a good game too. I'm looking at the schedule right now. Utah and Oregon State, they're both ranked. That'll be a good one.
Yeah.
I just hate 9 p.m. games. USC and Colorado. Poor Colorado's just got to go back to back.
Yeah, that's brutal.
USC is another 21-point favorite.
Mash them to cover because USC is better than Oregon.
Yeah. Georgia's playing Auburn. Auburn's not much, but I mean it's still an SEC game there. LSU, Ole Miss, gonna be a good one. Notre Dame and Duke's gonna be a surprising one too. Duke is actually decent this year. But yeah, outside of that, there's really nothing more. I mean, are you guys bye this week? Jimmy?
Like idle?
Like you guys don't have a game this week, right?
I don't know, honestly.
I don't think
I'd have to look. Yeah, maybe not. Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think you guys do. Michigan plays Nebraska. Nothing else really in there. Us Gators, we got a tough one. We play Kentucky. We always struggle on them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of Kentucky, y'all see Will Levis got left for Anthony Richardson?
Dude.
Bruh.
Went and got her Florida Gator.
Bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ohio State idle this week. Don't play again until October 7th against Maryland. October 21st, big game as long as no team loses. Penn State at Ohio State.
Ooh. Speaking of that week, play them. I just saw it. Dude, that Saturday, October 7th, Texas, Oklahoma. That'll be a good one.
Yeah, it will. It's just –
it's going to be whoever scores 70 wins.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish both those teams could be good at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they haven't been since
they're both good
Jason
now.
White days. Oklahoma that good though? Are they?
I mean, 2 undefeated teams. They both score a lot of points. I mean, we'll see. I'm looking through that week. Nothing else really crazy that stands out. Yeah, nothing really that stands out that week. I'll tell you what, Florida State was kind of crazy to see they barely won their game.
Yeah, they don't deserve to be ranked as high as they are. They don't. For what? Beating LSU? Who gives a shit? LSU sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we got week 7.
Struggled against Boston College.
That's probably going to be that's another late one too. That's USC Notre Dame at 7:30.
In California?
Wow,
Notre Dame got both those games home this year, and they're going to lose both of them.
Right.
Damn.
They got gifted home field, and they're going to just get melted.
I know USC and Notre Dame goes home and home. They have been forever.
Yeah, they got a tough little schedule there. Like I said, they played you guys. They played Duke, which obviously before the year probably people were like Duke, whatever.
Right.
Then Louisville, which is 4-0, and then USC.
Well, that was always
And then
That was
Pitt.
always the argument against them, right? Is because they're an independent team.
Yeah.
They don't play in a conference, so they had to start scheduling more
Right.
and more relevant, big name schools. And
For sure.
honestly, it's kind of exposing them. Like, I don't hate Notre Dame. I liked them as a kid because we had to walk around the quad with a touchdown Jesus at my high school, and they obviously have touchdown Jesus at Notre Dame. But I'm obviously never going to pull for them when Ohio State's playing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Dude, you load the bases with 1 out, and you can't get a run.
Uh-oh. Is the lucky bug gone, buddy?
No, that was just – it's the first inning of that game. That was the over.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll see. Can't hit them all today. We're already positive, so that's what matters.
There you go. Right.
I think we're sitting 170 right now for the day. Can't complain. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, dude, it's my favorite time of the year. Football's good. Baseball, we're about to hit the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great time.
Good. We're just starting, baby.
That's getting there. Yeah, we want to roll over. Like I said, if you guys got anything else, we can roll over some Apex. Probably got about an hour of that anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. That is it for episode 27. We will be extending it on to Apex. We'll make our picks for next week as far as teams, wins, spreads, all that fun stuff. We'll be on Twitch. I think it only kicks to Twitch. So if you're going to watch us, get us on Twitch at Squatchin Sports. Jump on there. Jump in our chat. We'll be there. But before we go, as always, thank you and shout out. Dubs.
Big dubs.
10%. Use our code. Jump in there. Grab your energy. Grab your hydration. Grab your merch. Support us. Support Dubby for supporting us. They're the best. We appreciate you. All right. Until next time. Episode 27 in the books. We're rolling Apex. See y'all in about 10.
We'll see you there.
Later, taters.